We want to take you straight to some breaking news out of the Fallbrook area where at least one person was killed in a crash. This happened just after 3 o'clock this morning in the northbound lanes of Interstate 15 near Old Highway 395.
A SIG alert has been issued, so if you are headed in that direction, try to avoid this area. This video into our newsroom coming in, you're going to see traffic is backed up in that area. Still not clear what led up to this crash, but the car was found down in an embankment. So far, this is all the information we have at this moment. We do have a crew on the way to gather the very latest information. And Jenny, I know we just mentioned that traffic was backed up. I know you're tracking it. We don't have your mic. We're going to get to you in just a second. Let's go ahead and check in with Netta in the meantime for a look at our weather. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I was checking to see in that Fallbrook area if fog may have been a factor, and visibility has been between 1 and 2 miles right around this region. You see where that weather station is. So there may be some patchy fog rolling around through that area. Of course, Chris Groh is on scene. He'll get a better idea of what if weather could have been playing a role there. But as far as what we're seeing right now across our skies, we do have that marine layer in place. As we know, in some times that does cause that patchy fog. For most of the county, though, visibility, as you saw, was just fine. Still feeling a little muggy out there. Not expecting afternoon thunderstorms, though, for today. We have onshore flow, and that's a big reason why we have that marine layer. You see the cloud coverage coming all the way to the side of our mountains this morning. So we are covered in clouds for now. Our temperatures, because of that, will stay near or below seasonal for today. So we do have a little bit of cooling. And that's a look at your weather headlines, your full forecast coming up.
Netta, thank you. Several local school districts say that they will follow the state's guidance on masks in the classroom.
This morning, several local parents against the new mandate are going to be making their voices heard. News 8's Evan Irani is live at the county administration building with an update on the back and forth over these masks here. Evan?
That's right. Back and forth it has been with parents definitely chiming in terms of their opinions on the announcement made yesterday by the California Public Health Department, saying that it will be left up to each individual district as to how they're going to be enforcing the mask wearing policy at their schools. Yesterday, parents chimed in on Facebook on the Let Them Breathe group, saying that they want the county to make the decision that it will be left up to parents instead, as opposed to the district itself. Not really a decision that the county itself can make, but nonetheless, Supervisor Jim Desmond did propose at yesterday's County Board of Supervisors meeting a motion that would allow for parents to make the decision and call to the governor to reconsider the motion that would make it a district decision as opposed to a parent's decision. Take a listen to what that motion sounded like.
In the name of caring, in the same way that we've cared for the most vulnerable, let's also prioritize the growth and well-being of our kids and let them attend school without masks. I understand we don't have the authority over the state or over the schools, but I think we need to do the right thing for our kids.
That motion fails with Supervisor Anderson and Supervisor Desmond voting aye, all other supervisors being present and voting no.
And again, you heard there that that motion did fail by a vote of 3-2. In response, the group Let Them Breathe says that they will gather outside of the county administration building today to speak in favor of that motion by Jim Desmond. The group also says that they're preparing legal action against the state, saying that the state cannot suspend or expel students for not wearing a mask and that districts cannot suspend or expel students, although that point is debated in terms of a safety measure. Richard Barrera, the president of the San Diego Unified School Board, says that while masks will be required for the county's largest school district, that they will work with parents who have concerns about their kids wearing masks in schools. Now, again, that rally is expected to take place at 8 a.m. here. There is a regularly scheduled Board of Supervisors meeting that'll take place after that. And so the group that is going to be gathering here today says that they have 2 points of action. One, of course, being that they want to support Jim Desmond in his motion to call on the governor to change the ruling, but he also, that group also wants to gather in order to say that it is not legally allowed for those districts to suspend or expel students who choose not to wear a mask in school. So if you'd like to take part in that or find more information on that, you can also go to our website as well as on Facebook. There's plenty more information on the group that's gathering here today. For now, outside of the county administration building, I'm Evan Irani, News 8.
I want to take you back out live to that breaking news near Fallbrook, where at least one person was killed in a crash.
Yeah, this is North County, happening just after 3 this morning in the northbound lanes of Interstate 15 near Old Highway. A SIG alert has been issued. Chris Groh joining us live there. A lot of people will find this place. It's in the Escondido area, but it's in the unincorporated area, right, Chris?
Yeah, exactly. And right now we're just off of 395, and you can see right here the car that tumbled down that embankment there off of the 15. We can say that it's believed that at least one person has died following this crash and that there were multiple people in the car. This happening very early in the morning, sometime just after 2 a.m. So what exactly led up to the crash right now is, again, what is under investigation now. We know that investigators from CHP, as well as other law enforcement, again, out here right now canvassing up there on the 15. But again, this did cause quite a backup this morning. There are still several lanes closed on the 15. Traffic down here on the 395, that is moving. But again, you can see just how steep of a fall that was there on the embankment. The car appears to be either a hybrid sedan or some type of SUV. I can't really see too clearly from my angle just now, but you guys can probably see a little bit better in that video. Again, pretty roughed up, pretty bad condition there after that fall. So they're going to be taking a look into, whether or not this car was driving erratically, whether or not the driver may have been intoxicated. All of that is going to go into this investigation, taking a look into this, whether or not they were distracted, what could have potentially led up to a type of crash like this. Again, so very early in the morning with multiple people on board. But what, again, we can confirm right now is that at least one person is dead, and that there are several other people getting medical evaluation. The ages of these people, again, it's hard to exactly confirm that at this time. We want to make sure we have all of that information accurate before we go ahead and release that. But again, we are efforting to try to learn more a little bit about this. But yeah, you guys are right. This is happening kind of in this Escondido, Fallbrook area. You take one step in another direction, you end up in another one of those cities. So again, safe to say, again, this is North County, just off of the 395, again, right off of the 15. Eric and Stella.
All right, tragic story there. Thanks, Chris, for that. For several days now, people in Cuba have taken part in protests against the communist leadership. We're seeing demonstrations and a show of solidarity spreading in the United States. Here in San Diego, Cubans are also standing in solidarity. The owner of Cuban restaurant Havana Grill says the protests are a culmination of decades of frustration from Cubans trying to bring down the communist government.
It's about time. That's all I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see the Cuban people actually taking to the streets and trying to do something.
Again, that's the owner of Havana Grill here. Later today, a group of San Diegans say they're planning to gather in Pacific Beach to show their support and solidarity. The rally is expected to start at 5:30 on the corner of Garnett Avenue and Mission Beach Boulevard. A local pastor is dead and his wife is in jail facing murder charges after a shooting at their home in Lemon Grove. Detectives say Gabby Shepard admitted to shooting her husband, Noah Shepard, after she thought he was an intruder entering through their backyard. However, detectives say evidence inside the home didn't match up with her story, and neighbors say they heard 2 shots, a short pause, and then 5 more shots. Shepard is expected in court tomorrow.
A group plans to file a lawsuit against San Diego Unified today to stop the rebranding of Junipero Cerro High School to Canyon Hills High. The school's mascot is also changing from the Conquistadors to the Rattlers. It was the culmination of a student-led effort. The group Preserve Cerro High says it was left out of the process. District officials say the community had several chances to provide input. And San Diego Pride celebrations continue today. Leaders will light up St. Paul's Episcopal Cathedral in an interfaith ceremony tonight. Yesterday, the city hosted the very first Pride lighting ceremony at Balboa Park. You can also see the rainbow-colored lights at the Convention Center and the County Administration Building. For more on Pride events, just head to our website, cbs8.com. And what a gorgeous night to be outside yesterday. I was sitting there as I was rocking my baby to sleep at like 7:30, and I could hear people outside enjoying the weather. I'm like, that's where I want to be.
They're playing around, having a good time. One day she will be there soon, wanting to run up and down the streets. So yeah, you'll get there. All of you will be outside enjoying the weather. So hopefully you had a chance. That looks so beautiful at Balboa Park, all lit up, and there were people there enjoying Balboa Park at night. So certainly a great spot to be at any time of the day, really. Our weather is going to be cooperating here over the next few days. It won't feel as hot. Let me step aside so you can see that sun coming up. Here's that San Miguel view looking towards the east. You saw the Cardiff camera earlier. That showed the cloud coverage across our coastline, working its way towards our mountains. So, you know, east and west, we're seeing a little bit of that haze as you see in this view, but also that sunrise. It was 5:51, that official sunrise time. As far as visibility goes, it's dropping in some spots. So Otay Mesa now, you're down to 5-mile visibility. We've been checking in on the fog in Fallbrook where it's at 2.5-mile visibility. We've certainly seen lower numbers when the marine layer sits lower to the ground. So right now it appears to be the case only in some areas to the north especially. Here's a look at what's going on with thunderstorms. We had that chance yesterday where we saw some of those taller cumulus clouds building, but that chance is limited today. You know, you felt the mugginess yesterday. Today it's a little bit better. It's not going to be as sticky out there. Although under the marine layer, these relative humidity numbers typically are like this. Then the clouds burn off and the numbers drop a bit. Current temperatures 63 Poway, 66 in Del Mar. You're at 71 for downtown San Diego. A check of those afternoon highs that will finally be below average coming up in just a few minutes.